Hello, you guys. Thank you for joining me today. I am shuffling. Today we are going to be looking into we're going to be looking into a collective reading for the month going into February. It's going to be here in like a week. So, since I've been doing weekly sign readings. I'm doing, how I do the sign readings like this, but since I've been doing them weekly, I'm just doing a collective reading for an overview for the coming month. And I added in two parts, how I usually do health and wellness. And it usually is at the end, but I'm putting this at the beginning. We're doing health and wellness, money and finances, and love and romances. So, you know how I used to put relationships there? Um, and I always was like, this could be a friendship, but this is love and romance. So this is an actual partnership, okay? Like someone that you love or want to date or in a relationship with, okay? Some kind of connection like that where there's a partnership going on, not like a friendship or a business partnership. This is actually love and romance. Then we're going to tap into spiritual, what maybe something is coming up for you spiritually, or something that you've overcome, any of those great things. And then at the end, some advice from spirit. I'm using today's deck. I'm going to use the Dark Mansion Tarot. And then because for some reason my guides were like brown, use brown color cards, and I've been meaning to use these cards. I haven't used them in a while, actually, and I love them. They're one of my favorites. They're this deck, and I keep seeing them. And then my guide said you need to use a deck that's brown, and I'm like, I don't have no brown. And I was looking. I was like, and this one's sitting right in front of me because I keep saying I need to use that deck, and lo and behold, this was it. So, and then I found some affirmations we're going to get at the end. And right now I'm shuffling, but I really feel like I need to pull an oracle on some goddess energy. So let's just get some energy. What goddess energy? What energy we have? We're using this goddess we're going to use a goddess deck to let us know what kind of energy we're going into in February. Maybe two. I'm seeing two different energies. So you could have both of those energies. You can have one of those energies. You can have none of those energies, okay? Because this is a collective reading, remember. So take what is for you and let the rest go. Let the rest be for someone else, okay? If it's not for you, it's not for you. And don't try to force it, okay? So one energy we have Persephone, inexperience. Okay, so you guys know Persephone's story, right? She is she's Demeter's daughter, and she goes in. Well, there's a couple of stories. One is that she goes down. She is that he steals her and he tricks her and going into marrying him and going to hell. And oh my goodness, what? Then we have Lilith, independence, over here. Wow. And both of these, if you can look, these are shadow. I would say they work more down in the underworld, the shadow aspect. So maybe you're doing we have a lot of shadow work. You're dealing with a lot of shadows. So that might be the energy that's coming in, is that, and then you have independence. So it's interesting. I put this one here because I when I saw it, I said I'm gonna put one there and I'm gonna put one there, and that's what happened. And then the cards, as you can see, Persephone is an experience. So if you go by the story of her being tricked, it's like she didn't understand. But by the end, if you're Lilith, it's independence, where you stepped in your power and you know how to handle your shadow. So it's either you're in this energy of you're dealing with your shadows and you're inexperienced with your shadow work, or dealing with things dealing with negative energies, and then you go into this, or you're in this energy of like, I've got this in the bag. So there's some of you, it's either this, it's going to be this way. There's a couple ways this could go. This is either going, some of you are inexperienced in it, and you're dealing with dark energies. You're dealing with, your shadows, and you're like, what the heck is this? This is something new for you, right? And then there's some of you who's like, I've dealt with that. I've got, I've gotten over this. I'm done. And there is a group also that through the month are going to be going through, okay, I'm dealing with this, and they become independent of it. So either flowing with it, where you're starting here and you get here, or you're just getting into it now, or you're done with it. You've learned that lesson. You've conquered it. You've outcame those energies, right? That's what I'm getting. All right, that's beautiful. I love that. Okay. So let's see. Health and wellness. What does the collective need to know about health and wellness? Well, I got two cards that came. I got the Devil and the Ten of Cups in your health and wellness. And it's saying the family, for your health and wellness, for your greater good, this attachment, some kind of attachment, because this is like Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like what fulfills you in your heart. What makes you happy, what your desires, what brings you this joy, what fills your cups, what fills your feelings. And right now, I feel like to me, this is family. And it's right now, it's a negative attachment that you have with your family. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting there. It's this attachment that you have with your family. It's not healthy. It's the attachment style. It's some kind of attachment it could be from your family, from your childhood, or the family you're in now. And I'm really drawn to these kids, because if you look, if you look at these little skeletons, these look like kid skeletons, right? They don't look like full-grown adult skeletons. And so to me, it's saying something from your childhood needs to be, since we have these skeletons, makes me think of death, needs to be transformed. Something from your attachment style that you got growing up, that you either are still carrying with you, that you need to work with, and it's not good for your health. It's not good for your well-being. Something that you're carrying with you from your childhood needs to be healed. An attachment style, and there's different attachment styles, We all have different attachment styles, okay? It could be you have the abandonment wound, or you can have, there's multiple ones, okay? And so you're either still carrying that, and you're bringing this on to, new ways you see relationships, new ways that and because I'm not bringing this in a relationship, this is more health. This is affecting your health because it is not healthy. It is not doing you any good. So, and something with feeling like you have to feel, that devil energy makes you feel like you can't let go of something. It's like it's an attachment. It's some kind of, and there's an attachment there too. If you can kind of see all these long cords there's an attachment style or abandonment or something from your childhoods that is affecting you. Even the dog is standing out there because the dog's looking, because the dog knows. The dog knows. Animals can sense things, and they know, and they're like, okay, you really, to get your, so that's, I think the universe is saying to you, to get your health in order, to be a more healthy version of yourself, you're going to have to heal some wounds from childhood. And that is the message I'm getting from that. Is there or the way you see family as well. You're bringing that into how you see family, or how you see or you're living at a style. It also could be you're living, feeling like a family should be this way. mom, dad, and 2 kids, and everything's perfect. Well, that doesn't it. We don't have to all be like that. Our 10 of Cups don't have to be like that. you know and so having this attachment to that, or understanding that it doesn't have to be that way, and it can be stressful for you because maybe you want something different, and but you have some kind of attachment, some kind of wounding that's there from childhood that's not letting you um, see past that. Okay. All right. So definitely, and it definitely affects your health when if you think about health and wellness. I always think physical, mental, and emotional. This is all emotional, and the devil is all it's can mess with you emotionally and mentally. And then all of that, when your mental and your emotional is all messed up, like when you're stressed, when you have anxiety, when you have those things, it affects you. Then it starts affecting you physically. You start getting chronic pains. You start getting headaches. You get all kind of things. Okay, and so it affects that way. All right, let's move over to money and finances. I got one. So we have the Page of Cups. So I feel like this is kind of to me, this is a new adventurous energy. So I feel like this inexperience comes into play because this is also an experience as well. But, and oh my gosh, we do have the devil showing up. And remember I said we're like Hades and Lilith, and you're dealing with the underworld. Yeah, when it comes to your health and wellness and your mind and your mental and your emotional, this is definitely shadow work that needs to be looked at. You need to look at your shadows for sure when it comes to your health and wellness. What is bothering you with your anxiety? Okay, I don't know why I went back there, but I did because I don't know. Okay, so but with your money and finances, I feel that you're on this. Ooh, you have new ideas with this Page of Cups. It's kind of like, oh man, that I have this wonderful idea, and it really, I really relate to it in my emotions, and it's emotionally fulfilling. And so you're kind of at the beginning of this, kind of like having that inexperience. And so you're like, okay, I need to learn I can express this better. How can I get my work out better, and building on it. So I feel like when it comes to your money finances, you're building something new. So it could be, some of you could just be starting a new job that you've been really wanting. And so you're just getting into it. And so that is great because it's kind of like you're just learning the ropes. And if you look, there is kind of the ropes and stuff are back there. You're learning the ropes of the new job. Or you're also, if you're tapping into some of your creativity as well to bring in money and doing extra things to, like maybe you're doing beadwork. As you know, I love earrings. And so I'm always looking at people, and they're doing like, I'm like, oh, who's doing let me find a great, person who's doing like wonderful earrings themselves. I want to support those people. And so it's like you're getting those ideas, or even paintings or drawings, or you're starting to do your work where you're wanting to put it out there and start to show it. But you're taking small steps, and that's what that Page of Cups is doing. It's that curiosity, getting that idea, that light bulb moment, and you wanting to jump in and start doing it. And I think that's beautiful. And it's saying to do it with that page. It's say you have to start somewhere, and you never know where you're going to end up. So keep going with that beautiful energy. Actually, you know what? I will get a clarifier for that, and because I did pull a deck out for some odd reason, and I said I would bring clarifiers out if I needed them, and I am going to for this Page of Cups. You also could be in this Page of Cups energy, or you could be working with any of the water signs, someone who is a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. You could be working with someone, or you could be one yourself. So with that page. Okay, what else? Give us a clarifier on this page with our money and finances, please, and thank you. Well, we have the Eight of Swords, but what came out with it was Judgment. So I feel like maybe before you were in this Eight of Swords energy and you were just like, you had this, like I said, you had an idea, you had something that you wanted to do, but you put yourself in this fear-based thinking like, I can't do it. But it was open for you to do, and it was just putting yourself out there. And I think you made a judgment call, or the universe made a judgment call, like, are you going to show up for yourself or not? And kind of that's also looking at your shadow self as well. When you're doing those things, it's saying with that page, it's saying, are you going to step up to the plate, or are you not? Are you going to live in fear? And that's in doing shadow work. Again, this is very shadow worky. Um, that's what it's telling me, that a lot of people are watching this probably have been doing shadow work, need to do shadow work, or have conquered some shadow work. And this judgment right here tells me either you conquered that fear of, of not putting yourself out there, worried about what other people are saying, and you're just like, you know what, I surrender to my work. I surrender to what the divine gave me, my natural gifts, and I'm going to put them out there. I don't care what people think, because they're my natural gifts, and it's something I love, and it's been a gift and a blessing to me. And if I have it, I'm going to show it. And if someone doesn't like it, so be it. Right? So be it. And I like it because it means you conquered that fear in the shadow work, and that's what shadow work is for. All right. So, love and romance. My cards are acting weird for this love and romance. Now, wow. Okay, so we have a page of wands. So taking a chance. We have we have two pages. Remember, it's really this inexperience, that the pages are inexperience when it comes to some of the things they do when it comes to work, inexperience when it comes to relationships, or expressing their self to partners they want to be with. So I feel like this with love and romance, you're going to take a leap of faith and maybe one, be open to relationships. That's what's coming through, is, be open to relationships, or that page of wands, venture out on your own where you don't want to be in a relationship. So I have, being open to a new relationship and just trying new things, or dating different people. Like, you might have a type, right? And this page of wands to me is saying you're being adventurous. You might try to date not your type, someone who's not your type. Okay. And so that dude saying, okay, I'm going to try this. And I know I've never dated someone with purple hair. I don't know. I just came up with something, but you know what? So what? I've never dated someone with a lot of tattoos. Okay. I never dated someone, out of my race, so something like that. It's like you're being more adventurous in opening up. Open yourself up to other potential partners than your usual. Right? That, and then also taking a step back and being adventurous out of relationships, where you're like, I don't want to be in relationships. I'm going to try something different. Then this also goes with Persephone's story of the other story, where it's like she did like Hades, and she did find some kind of connection with him, and everyone thought, well, that's just weird that you guys are you're this like, you're out here in the fields and the garden and stuff, and he's like down in hell, and that kind of thing, where opposites attract, and you're going after something different. But so it's going to be a new experience for you. This is not your usual stomping ground, pretty much. And so you're going to be adventurous in that, and I will get clarifiers just in case. And some of you, it's saying, you know what, I don't want to date for a while. I just want to go have some fun and go out and really just focus on traveling, and not, love and romance is not in my thing right now. I just want to go do my thing. Okay. So yeah. Interesting. We got 10 of Pentacles. So some of you who step out of that box of wanting because at the bottom I have lovers too on this deck. Some of you who step out of that box and venture outside of your comfort zone into something new, it's going to build a beautiful legacy foundation for you. It's going to be something that's beautiful. We have two tens here too, if you notice that. And then we have judgment, which is a 20, which is another 10. So I feel like it's also coming to a lot of completions too with some things, like completing some things and starting new things, especially since we have those pages, and those pages are like fools. They go out and they're doing new things. They're that inexperience, that energy. So a lot of completion with some things. We have this is a completion. We have a completion here. This is also a completion because it's right here with judgment. And love and romance, this is a completion as well. Okay? So a lot of energy ending cycles and going into new stuff. Okay? So spiritually, yeah, I shuffle my cards a few different ways before I pull for the next round. I like them to be shuffled. So looking at your spiritual stuff and knowing that we are definitely looking at some shadow work that's here, and it's very, let's see what you guys need to see. Look at that, Empress. Okay. If this Empress energy, spiritually, you are abundant as ever. You are so connected to the universe. I feel like this is definitely getting through, and she's a 3. And if you look, Lilith is a 30 and it's actually 3 as well. This to me feels like that Lilith energy. You've come to a completion of your shadow work. You've come into this Empress energy. You've done enough to where you're in this beautiful, radiant, divine feminine energy. You're ready for, luxury. You're ready to be pampered. You're ready to step into your power. You know your power. When I talked about up here deciding to do things because you decided you want to do this, well, because you stepped into your power. When you decided to do this with this page and called judgment on this fear and this holding back, because you stepped into this energy. You stepped into, I am this, and I don't care what people say. And you know what? I don't need to be in a relationship. And if I want to be in a relationship, I don't mind trying something different. And so that's what it's saying spiritually. You have opened yourself up to the universe and saying, I am this loving goddess energy. I am, abundant. I am prosperous. I am everything around me is rich and vibrant. I'm vibrating very high. Your spiritual energy is lovely. I don't have anything to say about that. I don't even have any other cards to pull because that card speaks for itself in the spiritual realm. It's saying that you are well connected, that you have stepped into your power. You are playing the role that you need to play. Okay. And you are just in your own divine space. Okay. But advice from Spirit, and this offers some advice actually in our, I got a couple affirmations I'm going to do. So advice from Spirit for this, for them, for their health, for their money, finances, their love, their spiritual. 7 of Cups. So it's saying you have, because you're in this energy, you have opportunities coming. Some of them are not so great. You're going to have to discern. And if you're in this Empress energy, you definitely probably could just, because to get to the Empress, you had to go through that Fool, which was these pages. You had to next go to the Magician, where you mastered manifesting, and then you had to tap into that High Priestess energy, where you were looking into things, into the unknown, and tapping into your intuition more, and knowing and following your highest good and listening to your intuition as well. And that brought you to this Empress, which you to this 7 of Cups, where yes, there are illusions in there, like there is illusions there, but since you're in this Empress energy, and you have the High Priestess energy along with you there, And you have this experience of Lilith here in independence, that you know the illusions, you know the fake, you know the unreals, you know the traps, you know the lies, you know all of those. And you are going to pick what is for your highest good. And so the advice from Spirit is listen to your intuition, follow your heart, and bridge your mind, that logical sense, but do not let it take over, with your heart space of your intuition, and bring those together. Use experience and the logic from your mind, that street smart, with your intuition and your heart, and trusting yourself and knowing things can work out, right? And so, in making your choice based on that, by using those together, and not just going all feeling alone of your feelings doing it, or your logical, or your mind's all doing it. No, you're using your intuition too. You're using them all. You're not using just one thing. Use all the work that you have done to discern what is good for you, and what's the best step. And you know what? I'm going to go a step further and to help with that Seven of Cups, and see if what else we can hear from that. Wow. Okay. So this was, wow. They want me to see two things. And I love it because it's a number. It goes 6, 7. And I'm knocking things over as I'm doing it. So, six of Cups. So this is something from the past. It could be memories. It could be people. But what are their motives? We have another 7 right here, right? What are their motives? And we have a 7. And look at this. We also have a 7 with this Persephone. And what tells me is this thing that you did in the past, this situation, person, whatever from the past, you were inexperienced at the time, this 7. And so they got to come in and sneak away and do whatever they wanted to, because you were inexperienced. You're here now. You're in this Empress energy. So when this energy does come in this time, when this sneaky energy from the past or whatever, it comes in, and the situation, person, whatever, if it comes in, you are not this anymore. You have more experience. And what happened to her at the beginning, and because we have inexperience, is because she was inexperienced, but she grew and she learned. And Lilith grew and learned, and so we have Lilith because we have independence. And so we know what this deception energy is, so we know how to discern it. We know how to recognize it. So again, being discerning, and because we go 6, 7 here with and with the cups, it's telling us. And then we have a 6, 7 here. Okay, so just be open to discerning things that come in, offers, all of that. Again, connecting that bridge of your mind and your heart, so that you can make the best decision for you, for your highest good. Okay, so a couple affirmations for you. It says, I know that I am the only one who determines how my story unfolds. I am the main character. Again, remember, you get to make the choice. You make the choice of, am I going to repeat a cycle, or am I going to say, I get to determine this. I get to let this unfold how I want to. I'm not going to stay with something that's sneaky and deceptive, okay, with that devil energy, because of wounding from my childhood maybe. And I'm getting wounding from relationships, the relationships you've seen growing up. That's coming. And the other one I have is, I know that passion is ignited when I create experiences that excite me. I'm going on an adventure. Remember when I said some of you guys are going to be like, no, I want to go travel. I want to go do this. Or even with your job, even it's spreading your wings with that. There's something ending and something new. You opening up to adventure and something, so you get to choose. So when these things come in, see what's for your highest good, and you choose what excites you. Know what you're passionate about. And it says, I know that passion is It ignites when I create experience that excite me. So know what you're passionate about. Know what you want and how you want things to unfold. Not anyone else, you. You, okay? You walk that path and you do that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this message. It is our collective for the coming month energy. Again, though, even though I say this is for February, some of us are on different timelines, so it can totally be for a couple months later, or you could totally be in this energy right now. You never know. It's because we're all on different times, right? Things happen for us at different times, right? So take that. And if you enjoyed it, you can comment below. Let me know if anything resonated with you. Also, you can give it a like as well. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.